Thanks for joining me to color. Today we are going to be working on my Color Wednesday blog post for May 18th, 2016. And for my Color Wednesday blog post this week, I picked images from this adorable new Avery Elle stamp set called Woodland Wonders. Aren't they cute? There's a bunch of cute little images and then 3 sentiments that go with that. So I've picked this tree, the little owl, the bird, and the bunny, and then this Oh Happy Day sentiment. And in the store you get, if you buy it from me, you get the stamp set and the coordinating die so that you can cut the little images out and then stamp them and then just color all you want. So I have already stamped my images on Neenah 80-pound Solar White cardstock with Memento Tuxedo black ink. And actually for my card, I use the die cut to cut out the little pieces first and then I stamp them. But because they're so small, I just stamped them on the one piece of paper so I could hold on to it and color it. If you have a question, make sure to leave me a comment. Otherwise, let's color. So let's start out by doing the trees first. And for that, we're going to use E55, 53, and 50. And I'm going to go ahead and start with E55. And let's just start up here at the top. Let me see if we can get a little bit closer here. So I didn't do anything fancy. I'm just going to go right along the edge here. And I'm going to try not to color off of the side. So I'm kind of holding my pen at an angle. And I'm just going to flick right down the edge of my tree, clear to the bottom. Little dab there behind that leaf. And work our way down. And I'm going to go ahead and color this one in right there. And work our way down here to the bottom. And then I'm going to grab E53. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to touch down kind of about 1/8 of an inch in on my E55. And then I'm just going to flick out here into the middle. Let's go up here to the top here. And we'll work our way down this middle section. It's a lot easier to flick when I've already got a line there, so I don't have to worry about coloring out of the lines. And then we'll go around this leaf. Let's go in here. That. And then let's grab E50. And let's go, I'm going to brush this way so that I don't have to worry about going out of the lines on the other side. And then let's hop up here. Same thing, let's go right along edge. And work our way down this side of our tree. Okay, and then I wanted to give the tree a little bit of texture, so I went with my E55 again. And I'm going to hold my pen more straight up and down. And then I'm just going to go along the edge here and do some streaks. Kind of like what I do with my hair, when I do hairs on my girls. I'm just going to go right down along the edge and do some little streaky streaks. Let's go up here to the top. And same thing, I'm going to hold my pen more upright and do some lines. work our way down this side. I remember to hold my pen more straight up and down so I get littler streaks. And then I'm going to add some more of my E53. So again, I'm just going to start over here on at the edge of the tree and just hold my pen more up and down and do some streaks out past the E55 streaks. I'm trying to hit kind of in the middle of the streaks that I laid down last time. Like that, and then let's go ahead and we'll go over here and do this side, and this time I think I'll start with my E50 and lay down my base coat. So let's start up here at the top, and I'm just going to brush right along the edge, and I'm not going to go clear out. I'm going to go about 3/4 of the way to the other side. Color this branch in. My E50 is getting a little dry. I'm going to have to fill it up. Now I'm going to add some E53. Let's go ahead and start up here at the top again. And I'm going to go with my streaks this time. Try it a little bit different. I think this is the way I did it on the original card, as I did the streaks first. Let's add some color to this branch. And then we'll continue down here to the bottom to have turn my pen a little bit more sideways here so I can get a little bit wider stroke, because I'm going to go back a second time to add some more of those little lines in here. And I'm going to go with E55. Let's just go back up here at the top. Work our way down. And I'm going to go up here on this branch. A little bit darker on this side of the tree here. Okay, and then I'm going to take my E50 and I'm going to go all the way across, and I actually took a break and filled this so that, look how nice it's going across there now. It was very crusty and dry. I should have filled it the other day when I was cleaning them. I took the time to get out my alcohol and cotton swabs and clean the caps and the tips of the lids down here where the brush is. They were a big giant mess on a lot of them. So while I watched TV, I cleaned them all off. Well, not all of them, but I'd say about half maybe. It's very time consuming. Okay, now I'm going to go with E53, and now I'm going to do those lines. So I'm going to go with my pen more straight up and down, and come out here, work our way back down to the bottom. And I'm going to bring some of these lines out here further. Tree's got some definite lines on them. And then we'll add a little bit of our E55. Some shorter, some longer. And let's see here. Let's take our E50 and go over some of these branches again. And I want this branch. And then this one right here, let's do a little bit right here in the crook, kind of soften that just a little bit. And then I'm going to take it and go right down the edge and just soften the edge of these lines. Then for the leaves, we're going to use G85, 82, and 40. So let's start down here at the bottom with our G85, and I'm just going to go along the bottom of each of these leaves like this. And I'm kind of going on my stamped line too, because I didn't really make it, seems like it should be a little bit darker. Almost like it didn't stamp quite as great as I would like it to. Over here. And then we'll grab G82. Add a little bit of that in here. And I'm going to kind of leave like a half moon or a quarter moon up here at the top of my leaf. And then I'm just going to swirl over the whole thing with my G40. And I want it to be a little bit darker, so I'm going to go back again with my G85 and just do a small line down here on the bottom. Whoops, to this side. Next, let's hop over here and do the owl. For him, we're going to use E44, 43, 42, 41. And for his beak and his feet, we're going to use YR 24 and 20. Let's start with our E44. I'm going to do that down here on the tip of his wings. So down here. And I'm going to do like I do my hair. So I'm going to do some like little tiny streaks and try to get it tiny up here. Right? And then I also want to go right along his brow right here. On the side. I'm going to go with E43. And again, let's do some little streaks on his arms. And then I want to brush this up. Soften that edge a little bit. And then I'm going to grab E42. a little bit of a line there, so I'm going to dab right across the side of that. And then I'm going to use this color to add a little bit of shade to his body. And then let's bring this around over here like so. And then we'll take our E41 and color this all the way in. Swirl right over the top of that. And then I'm going to go back again with my E42 and just give that a little bit more dark in here. And I left him like that. And let's grab YR24 and do his beak. So I'm going to do a little triangle there at the bottom. And then I'm going to give each of his little toes here a little dab at the end. And then I'm going to fill him in with my YR20. So for the rabbit, we're going to use W9, 7, 5, 3, 1, and 00. And we're going to start with our W9. And here's an example of a pin I need to clean. Look at that. That is a complete disaster area. And here's the inside of the cap. Ew. Yeah, I need to rinse that. I need to wash that out, and I need to scrub the end of this pin. It makes them work a lot nicer if they don't. When you stick them in this, they don't get stuck. So just so you know, if it's getting to look like this, you need to take a few minutes and clean that up. Or do it while you watch TV. That's what I do. So W9 we're going to use down here on our little rabbit. And let's do a little dab. It's pretty dark, so I don't want to do too much. Down there. And then we'll go with W7. Same thing, it's pretty dark. So I'm just going to go up here underneath of his little arms. And then we'll go with W5. For this, let's pull this one. Let's go ahead and do his cute little feet. And I'm going to add a little bit of this down here to these little feet too, before I forget. And we'll pull this up. Again, fill in that little foot. Then I'm going to bring this up here to his neck. And maybe a little bit right around this little belly part. Then I'm going to add W3. So for that, let's do a little dab up here on his ears. And then we want to bring this around the outside of his face. I don't want to do too dark in the middle of his face because he won't be able to see his cute little bunny eyes. Oh, and his foot. And then I'm going to add W1. So let's go ahead and fill in his toes down here. And we'll add some to his ears. And of course his face. And then we're going to fill it in the rest of the way with our W00. Let's go. I'm going to go this way so I don't draw outside the lines. And then we'll fill in his face. And I also want to use this on his cute little tail and in the center here. And then for his face, I still got a little bit of a line there, so I'm going to go ahead and brush around here just a little bit more. Soften those edges. And then I'm going to take, R11 and give him a cute little couple of cheeks here. Now let's do the little bird. for his body, we're going to use B02, B00, B quadruple 0, and C00. For his beak, we're going to use YR24, and for his cheek, we're going to use R11. I'm going to start with my B02. I'm going to go right around the edge of his face and a little bit back here on the back. And then for his wing, let's do a little wing, maybe a little dab right here. And let's carry this up here like so. And maybe a little bit up here underneath of his chin. Then I'm going to add B00. And then B quadruple 0 to fill in that blue space. Go down here, got a little bit of a line right here, so I'm going to rub over that a little bit. Go down here, fill this in. And then for his face and his body, I use C00. Nothing fancy, I'm just going to cover that up. And then we'll grab YR24 for his beak. And then R11 to give him a little cheek. So there is our cute little Woodland Wonders images all colored up. Didn't they turn out cute? Love those. So if you'd like to see what I did with these, head over to the store blog on Saturday, May 21st, 2016, and you can see the finished card. If you have a question, leave me a comment and I'll make sure to get back to you. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day and we'll see you next time. Bye.